Don't let this person enter in your house again. Something in your spirit already knows. Something deep inside of you feels uneasy whenever you hear their name or think about what they did. You might try to ignore it, to explain it away, to cover it with memories of better times, but the truth keeps whispering to you in quiet moments. They were never meant to stay. The name of the person is already written in the book of betrayal. That is not your punishment, it is your protection. That is not the end of your peace, it is the beginning of your healing. The moment they left or the moment you pushed them away might have felt like breaking, but in truth, it was the moment God began mending everything that had been silently falling apart while they were around. They brought more than just words and smiles. They brought confusion, tension, and heaviness to your soul. Their presence dimmed your light. Their silence spoke louder than any apology. Their kindness was timed, measured, and often fake. You tried to believe they cared. You gave them the benefit of the doubt, again and again. You opened your door, your heart, your plans, and they stepped in like they owned the space. But the truth is, they never came to build with you. They only came to take, to distract, to delay what was meant for you. Now, the atmosphere is lighter because their spirit no longer lingers in your home. Don't let them back in. Not even for a minute. Not for closure. Not for explanations. Not for memories. Not because you feel guilty. Not because they suddenly seem soft or sorry. Don't let them speak the same lies that once broke you into 1,000 invisible pieces. Don't give them the power to enter the space you had to pray your way back into. Your peace is too precious. Your heart has suffered enough. You are not being cruel. You are being wise. God removed them for a reason, even if you begged Him to keep them. Even if you thought they were the one. Even if you had history. That history was never stronger than the future God wants to give you. The name of that person is the very key that unlocked your pain. They didn't just walk in, they disarmed you with words. They knew your soft spots, your hopes, your fears. And instead of protecting them, they used them to control you. They used your goodness against you. They tested your patience, stretched your kindness, and drained your joy. They smiled when you broke, even if they tried to hide it. Some part of them liked being the reason you cried, because it made them feel powerful. But now, all of that is over. You survived the betrayal. You stood when you had every reason to fall. You healed in secret. You bled in silence. But you lived. You got up. And that matters more than anything they could ever say or do. You don't owe them space in your house, in your thoughts, or in your future. The door they once entered through has been spiritually sealed. You don't need to slam it. You don't need to make a scene. Just quietly guard your peace like it cost you everything, because it did. God was watching the whole time. He saw what they did when no one else was looking. He heard the conversations you never knew about. He felt the lies before you discovered them. And He still chose to rescue you, even when you didn't ask. You don't need to go back. You don't need to understand why it ended like this. You just need to know that the storm passed, and you are still here. The name of that person still lingers in the air sometimes, like a faint echo of a place you used to live but don't anymore. You can still hear it, but it doesn't hold the same weight, doesn't pull at your ribs the way it once did. Your peace is coming back now, slowly, in quiet moments you barely notice at first. To the first morning you wake up and don't immediately reach for your phone to see if they messaged you, the first time you laugh without forcing it, the first deep breath you take that doesn't feel like it's catching on something sharp inside your chest. It's in the boundaries you set without apology, the lies you no longer entertain, the way you stop explaining yourself to someone who never really wanted to understand you in the first place. Your peace returns in the stillness, in the absence of their chaos. It's in the way you sleep through the night without your stomach twisting into knots, the way you no longer dread the sound of your own phone ringing. It's in the tears you cry now are not the ones that come from wondering what you did wrong, but the ones that come from knowing, finally, that it was never about you at all. The past doesn't live here anymore. You don't have to keep their memory like a trophy or a wound. You don't have to feel guilty for outgrowing people who were only meant to be seasons in your life. They let go of you long before you realized it, and their love was never the kind that stays. Now you know. And knowing sets you free to guard your heart like the sacred thing it is, free to speak without fear, free to build a home inside yourself where peace isn't just a visitor but something permanent. You are not the same person they left behind. You are stronger now. Wiser. And if their name still tries to whisper itself into your thoughts, you can remind it, gently but firmly, that it doesn't belong here anymore. This heart is yours again. This life is yours. And nothing that ever tried to break you gets to walk these halls again. My beloved child, listen closely to the words I bring to you now, words whispered from the very heart of the heavens, carrying the wisdom of ages and the boundless love that surrounds you, even here in Greater Noida. Your path has led you through trials, and your spirit has emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Now, as you stand on the precipice of a new dawn, I urge you with all the tenderness of my being, do not let them back in. I know, my dear one, that the echoes of loneliness can feel incredibly heavy, especially when the night stretches long before you, casting shadows that seem to distort the truth. Your mind, in its tender vulnerability, might try to play tricks on you, attempting to rewrite history, making the past seem warmer, more comforting, than it ever truly was. It might tempt you with fleeting memories of shared laughter or moments of false peace. But I ask you to hold firm, to remember the profound truth that now resides within your very core. Do not let them in. You remember the painful cost of letting them go, don't you? You recall the sleepless nights, when your thoughts spun like a frantic whirlwind, replaying conversations, second-guessing every choice you made. You remember the arduous journey of relearning how to trust yourself, how to listen to your own inner voice after it had been silenced for so long. That profound pain, though agonizing at the time, was a powerful teacher. It etched crucial lessons upon your soul, revealing truths about boundaries, self-worth, and the sacredness of your own peace. Now, it is time to stand tall in that hard-won strength, not to doubt it, not to question the wisdom you have gained. The next part of your life, my precious one, truly deserves everything you have to give. It deserves your whole heart, a heart that is completely yours, not pulled in different directions, and not carrying heavy burdens from the past. It deserves a heart that feels alive and bright, wide open to all the new good things that can come your way. It needs a heart that's ready to welcome new chances, not one that's still broken into pieces, feeling weak and hurting because of someone who just didn't know how to treat it with the love and respect it deserved. Your heart is a very special and holy place, meant to be looked after and loved, not broken into bits by people who couldn't see how truly valuable it is. Try to understand this deeply. When you choose to protect your heart now, you're not being mean or angry. You are actually being incredibly brave. It takes so much courage to stand strong in what you know is right for you, especially when old feelings or comforting habits try to pull you back. You're not being cold or uncaring. You are being very, very clear about what you need. You're seeing things without any fuzzy illusions, recognizing what is truly good and healthy for your spirit. This choice, my dear one, isn't about pushing them away. It's, at its deepest level, about keeping yourself safe, about looking after the special space inside you that is your soul. Because now, you have a kind of wisdom you didn't have before. You know for sure, without any doubt, that not everyone who comes to your door, not everyone who wants to be a part of your life, truly deserves to come inside and live in the quiet, safe place of your heart. Some people, even if they seem charming or even if they seem to be hurting themselves, carry trouble with them. They're ready to bring arguments and upset into your calm life. Some people are not truly good things for you, but more like lessons hidden as good things. They are sent to see how strong your boundaries are and to show you how much inner strength you have. Some will, just by being near you, test your faith, making you question what you believe in and how much you're truly worth. But you, my strong one, you made it through the hard times. You walked through the strong winds and the pouring rain, and you found your way to solid ground. You passed the test, proving how unbreakable your spirit is. And now, with this truly valuable experience, you know the very important difference between those who truly deserve your endless love and those who, sadly, only ever wanted to take from your well of kindness and generosity, leaving you feeling empty and hurt. So, if their name has to come into your mind, let it happen somewhere far away, in the distant parts of a memory that's slowly fading. Let it disappear and melt away with the soft sound of the wind. Let it be carried away with every heartfelt prayer you whisper for your own continued healing and peace. You don't need to get back at them, my dear. You don't need to prove anything to them, or to anyone else. Your worth is just part of who you are, it doesn't depend on them seeing it or agreeing with it. What you truly need, what your soul deeply longs for are more than success, more than answers, more than anything this noisy world promises you is to live. Not just survive, not just move from one obligation to the next, but to truly live, fully, wholly, authentically, and freely. Your soul doesn't crave perfection, it craves presence. It wants you to show up in your own life, to be awake in your own body, to take gentle breaths and let your spirit unfold like a flower that no longer fears the winter. You were never meant to rush through your days like you're late for your own life. You were meant to savor it. All of it are the sunlight through the leaves, the warmth of your own heartbeat, the softness of a kind word, the blessing of a quiet evening. To live softly is not to live weakly. It means you choose kindness over cruelty, presence over performance, peace over proving. It means being kind to yourself first, treating your own soul with the same tenderness you long to offer the world. It means honoring your journey, even the messiest parts, and refusing to shame yourself for the chapters that felt too broken to read aloud. Living softly means you no longer apologize for your voice, your tears, your laughter, or the space you take up in the world. It means walking through life with an open heart, knowing that some days it will be bruised, but it will still beat with wonder and courage. You are not here to beg for permission to exist. You are not here to mold yourself into someone more palatable, more acceptable, more digestible. You are here to be you, wholly and unapologetically. You are here to shed the layers of falsehood that were handed to you, layers that told you to be quieter, smaller, less emotional, more controlled. You are here to be real. To laugh too loudly, to cry without shame, to speak even when your voice shakes. You are not too much. You are just enough. You are exactly who you need to be in this moment. You are a work of art, still being painted by the divine, still unfolding into something magnificent. The past may have been loud. It may have echoed with raised voices, broken trust, and moments when your heart felt like it might crack from the weight of it all. Maybe your story has chapters that are hard to revisit, memories that feel like open wounds when they resurface. But even that pain has shaped you. It has carved out space in your soul for compassion, wisdom, and resilience. Yes, the past was loud. But peace, sweet peace, is quiet. It is not flashy. It does not boast or make demands. It does not shout to be heard. Instead, it slips in through the cracks, like sunlight spilling across a darkened floor. It fills the spaces once occupied by chaos, pain, and regret. Peace whispers when everything else has gone silent. It says, you made it. You survived. You are safe now. This peace you now feel, oh, it's not random. It didn't fall into your lap by accident. It is the sacred result of every tear you've cried, every truth you've faced, every boundary you've built, and every prayer you've whispered in the quiet hours. It is what you've earned through the fierce softness of your perseverance. You've clawed your way out of grief, walked through fire with bare feet, and still chose love over bitterness. You have risen from the ashes more times than anyone knows. And now, peace has found you, not because everything is perfect, but because you've chosen to stop fighting yourself. You've chosen to rest, to heal, to breathe. So hold this peace like the miracle it is. Protect it as fiercely as you once fought to find it. Let it become the soil in which your new life will take root. Build your days around it, our slow mornings, honest conversations, quiet reflections, laughter that bubbles up from deep within. Build your habits around it are gentle routines, nourishing foods, time with people who feel like home. Build your choices around it are decisions that honor your truth, paths that bring you closer to your joy. And most importantly, promise yourself that you will never again hand over this peace to anyone who doesn't know its value. Promise yourself that no relationship, no job, no fleeting approval will be worth the price of your well-being. Promise yourself that you will say no when something doesn't feel right, even if it means disappointing others. Promise yourself that you will not trade your healing for temporary comfort. Promise yourself that you will honor your soul above all else. Because you, my beloved, are worthy of deep peace here, not just on the outside, but in the deepest parts of your being. The kind of peace that settles in your bones, wraps around your heart, and says, "You are finally home." This new chapter you are entering is not about fixing what was broken. It's about creating something entirely new. It's about living from a place of wholeness, even if you're still healing. It's about walking through the world with a lightness you never thought possible. It's about recognizing that your joy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's your birthright. You are not selfish for choosing peace. You are not weak for craving simplicity. You are not running away, you are returning to yourself. Let this be your season of softness. Truly. Not just the kind of softness that people mistake for weakness, but the sacred kind. The softness that says, "I have been through storms, but I still choose gentleness." The softness that does not need to shout to be powerful. The kind of softness that turns your pain into compassion, your silence into healing, your past into wisdom. Let this be your era of ease. You have walked through fire. You have carried burdens that were not yours to carry. You have been strong for so long, haven't you? So long that your shoulders forgot what it feels like to rest. So long that your mind forgot what it feels like to breathe without fear. You kept holding everything together, your home, your relationships, your heart. Even when it was breaking. But this is the time when you lay it all down. The guilt. The pressure. The self-blame. All of it. Let it fall like leaves in the autumn wind. Let it go. Because you don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You don't need to chase approval, or perfection, or people who don't understand your worth. You don't need to explain why your love looks different. You don't need to justify your healing, your boundaries, your silence, your peace. Let this be the time when you stop carrying what was never yours to begin with. Other people's expectations. Other people's disappointments. Their anger. Their confusion. Their stories. Their shame. Their denial of who you really are. Let it fall off your back like water. You were not made to carry all of that. This is the time to reclaim what has always been yours. Your voice, hear that beautiful voice that trembled in rooms where you were afraid to speak. That voice that was once silenced by fear, by control, by years of not feeling seen. Take it back now. Use it to speak truth. Use it to tell your story in your own words. Use it to sing again. Laugh again. Say no again. Say yes again. Reclaim your power. Not the kind that dominates, but the kind that sets boundaries. The kind that chooses what to allow and what to release. The kind that says, I am worthy of peace, even if others do not understand it. The kind that shows up every morning, even when you're tired, and chooses to keep walking forward. Reclaim your joy, the joy that once belonged to your younger self. The joy that danced in sunlight. The joy that giggled at silly things. The joy that was not afraid to dream, to hope, to believe in love again. That joy still lives inside you. It has not been destroyed. It was only sleeping. Let it wake up again. Let it stretch its arms and breathe in the air of freedom. Reclaim your peace. The kind of peace that doesn't mean everything around you is perfect, but that you no longer let chaos live inside your heart. That you are no longer a prisoner to what others think, to what others do, to what others expect. Peace is yours. Claim it. Protect it. Guard it like treasure. Let this be the moment you forgive yourself for not just once, but again and again. For the things you didn't know. For the signs you missed. For the people you trusted too much. For the times you stayed when you should have walked away. For the times you left yourself behind to please others. For the days when your fear made choices for you. Forgive all of it. You did the best you could with what you had. And now a broken barn, now you know better. That is not weakness. That is growth. Let this be the moment when you finally wrap your arms around your own soul. When you stop waiting for someone else to do it. When you stop waiting for someone to save you, or fix you, or understand you. When you say to yourself, in your own voice, I see you. I am proud of you. I love you. You did good. You tried. You kept going. You're still here. And that is enough. Even if the world never claps for you, let heaven's light fall on your face like an applause. Let the sky kiss your forehead. Let the sun shine as a quiet celebration of all the times you chose healing over hate, love over bitterness, forgiveness over revenge. I am with you. Always. In the beginning and in the middle and even at the end. In the quiet of the morning when your eyes open and you wonder if today will be any different. I am there. In the stillness of the night when the house goes silent and your thoughts get loud. I am there. When you're driving alone, when you're cooking dinner, when you're crying in the shower, I am there. I am surrounding you, even when you can't feel me. I am lifting you, even when your knees hit the floor. I am walking beside you, even when you think you've been left behind. I am not far away. I am in your breath. I am in the way your chest still rises and falls. I am in the quiet miracle of your heartbeat, the one that keeps going even when your soul feels tired. You have arrived. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are here. Breathing. Living. feeling, loving, becoming. And that is the miracle. Welcome home, beloved. Welcome home to yourself.